Does getting in shape, losing body fat, seeing your abs, does that make you more confident? I mean, everyone says it does, but no one actually tells you what happens after you get in shape. As a matter of fact, whenever I got in the best shape of my life, I thought that confidence would just magically appear because that was a stereotype. Like I'd walk into a room like James Bond wearing Dior Sauvage, stepping out of an Aston Martin or some shit like that. The truth is though, I didn't actually get this confidence like everyone said I would. In fact, I actually thought I did, but I didn't actually. Underneath this physique that I obtained, this accomplishment I finally got to, was just a lingering inferiority complex. I still compared myself way too much to other people, and I was just way too focused on these sources of external validation. It was almost like I didn't feel like I was enough until someone noticed me, and then I only felt slightly enough. That left younger me to sit with this super uncomfortable question of why did I even want this body in the first place? By the way, my name's Finn. I help men who lack confidence redefine themselves through losing body fat and seeing their abs. And if that sounds like something you're interested in, click that first link in the description below and let's see if we're a good fit to work together. It's well known by now that when it comes to anything we want, the ball is in our court. But whenever we feel like we need to show the ball to other people, and even what we did with the court and what we did with the game itself, that's when we feel like we need to course correct. Although it's not humanly possible to shut off the feeling of wanting attention, you may even relate to Arnold Schwarzenegger's story. Because on the outside, he was the ultimate self-made man. He had the physique, the wealth, the political power. He was an actor. Dude did it all. Jack of all trades. Mount Rushmore. What do you want to call it? However, he would always talk about how he used bodybuilding as an escape from his abusive father to escape that feeling of powerlessness. And why I'm giving you this tool is just because self-improvement can come from pain and not just ambition. And in this situation, for people like me, it wasn't even about discipline or self-improvement. It was honestly more of a form of coping. Maybe you didn't get enough attention when you were growing up. Maybe you were overlooked. Maybe you felt as if being better or being more impressive at something was the only way to be seen. Which, don't get me wrong, are still great things. They're fucking phenomenal, honestly. But why fill your glass through only one water source? At the end of the day, if you never do something for yourself, no amount of leanness, no amount of abs, no amount of cars, no amount of status will ever actually be enough for you. There's always another comparison, another physique, and another standard you feel like you have to meet up to, but you don't actually have to. Think of it like this. Whenever you go to eat a banana, there's a bunch of black speckles on it. Maybe it's really moldy and it's looking really dark, and then you peel it open and it's actually sweeter than you thought it would be. And that's because human beings have substance. So if you see everybody's comparison online, it's going to make you feel like you can't even start. Because you could be a chess grandmaster, and if you compare yourself to every single person that is also a chess grandmaster, you're going to feel maybe even inferior. However, there's also a list of things of you that they don't have. Maybe you're a chess grandmaster who still watches Dora, who walks their dog every Sunday, who can only tie their shoes with their left hands. Maybe you're also a chess grandmaster who's into drag shows. Fucking nothing wrong with that, but at the same time, I'm just trying to tell you that everyone has substance. Not one banana is going to be the same. So why not be the black banana? That didn't come out right. Now don't get it twisted. Getting lean actually does matter. Being in shape equips you with one of the best assets you'll ever have, which is your body, so you may as well use it wisely. Chris Hemsworth, the actor of Thor, probably never once thought to himself, "My goodness, I've gotten in tremendous physical condition. What on earth have I done?" A stronger, healthier, and more capable body absolutely changes the way you go about your day-to-day life, and it raises your baseline for legitimately everything. Now what's cool about this too is at some point you become a person who no longer needs to be disciplined to stick to a healthier lifestyle, a diet, training program, all the 9 yards. However, it would actually take a lot more discipline to get you off that routine. I can tell you right now, if you gave me a pack of sour Skittles and told me to eat them, I would slap that bitch out of your hands. However, give me a few grand and maybe even a Raid Shadow Legends sponsorship on this video and shit will call it a day. And I'll enjoy a pack of sour Skittles at that point. Real confidence doesn't come from the physique you build. It comes from knowing why you're doing the work to get somewhere and not just to fill a hole that someone else created. I mean shit, build your body, lose the body fat, get abs, but don't expect it to heal what only self-awareness can. Whenever you get in the best shape of your life correctly, the confidence doesn't just come from how you look. It comes from meeting and even exceeding your expectations along the way. The more promises you set for yourself for months on end, and the more that you actually fulfill those promises within the coming months, the more you build something called self-trust. And a lot of what trust is built off of is just straight honesty. Because you're honest to yourself that you're doing really well in something. Not just following a diet plan and a training routine, but living a healthier lifestyle. And a matter of fact, living it before you even start. It's not loud and it's not performative, but it's that belief in your head that says, if I'm going to do something, I may as well follow through with it. And the thought of that doesn't even overwhelm you and doesn't fill you with anxiety anymore because you trust yourself to get it done. This doesn't have to just be about getting into great shape. This also carries into your career, the relationships you build, and also how you handle pressure. I just want to see you motherfuckers win, but I don't want you to make the same mistake I did, so I'm giving you this as a tool. And actually let the physique that you're building, all the weight you're losing, as confidence boosters. And I'm going to sum it up like this. Getting in shape alone doesn't just create all the confidence that you need. There's a lot of digging that goes into that up here. However, it makes it so much easier on you because it drains a lot of the things that were taking your confidence away in the first place. You're watching this video at the lowest you've ever been, which means you can only get better, which is fucking awesome. And every day that you get better, you drop a few pounds, you build a little bit of muscle. You don't only learn to get better, you learn how to learn quicker to get better, which means you're just compounding every aspect of success for your life for the future. And a lot of people see their fitness goals as very overwhelming. You see the big picture, the where you want to end up at, or you at least think it, but that thought is very overwhelming because it's so far away. And that's going to lead you to shut down. So the proper way to go about it is just take the big goal and just divide it into a bunch of small daily goals that will get you there over time. And this is what you do to win the day. And you win enough days, you win life. It's like stacking fucking Lincoln logs and making a house or some shit. And now you're probably asking, what the hell do I even do to even get in shape in the first place? Where do I even start? And that, my friend, is going to be directed to this video right here. Because YouTube's a smart motherfucker and he's telling you that this video right here is perfect for you. Watch it or don't. I don't really give a shit. But if you do, I'll see you over there.